If I asked you, why do you exercise? I bet you the main things that you'd say is, I want to get stronger, I want to lose weight, this, that, and the other. And although those are fine, just generally speaking, you got to start someplace. You got to have a thought, a motivation that sparked you to even think this stuff or to start exercising, continue doing what have you, change the way you're doing it, what have you. But I would argue that the majority of people don't have a why behind it. I'm not going to center the video around that. I've done a couple videos like that, and I will do one of those probably about once a month, once every 5-6 weeks at most, because I do believe it's that important. But today we're just going to go through a few reasons as to, or just kind of digging into some of the main points I want to make about understanding like the purpose of exercise and using exercise as a tool, and not thinking of it as like the destination that you're trying to get to. Because I often think, this is probably the most important part of the video, that people use exercise as the destination and not the tool to get them to the destination. And I want to help people understand that you need to build the body that you want for the life that you want. And so when you start thinking about, I referenced the why, when you start thinking about what are you trying to do this for, dig much, much, much deeper into those layers as to, why you want to get stronger, this, that, and the other. Because there's probably 2 or 3 layers at minimum more than what you think. So in this video, I want to really share with you why you should change your mindset around exercise, and then think again about the sentence I said about building the life that you want, build the body that you want for the life that you want. I referenced in many previous videos over the last few weeks how important it is to look ahead and think, okay, to become the thing, let's say I want to lose 30 pounds, I want to gain 30 pounds of muscle, I want to run a certain time. What does it take for me to get there? Not just from a program, here's the workouts I'm going to do, here's all this fun, exciting crap. It's, what do I need to become so that's something consistent? And we'll finish the video on something like that in a minute. But the importance of training with such a purpose is it realigns your thoughts on what your day and week and month should look like, versus trying to like check boxes and go, I need to do this specific workout and this, that, and the other. And I'll be honest, like, some people have asked me for years, like, how do you kind of consistently do this? And I've nailed that stuff down. I know I want to live long. I want longevity to be there. I had a lot of thyroid issues, and early in my running career, it was like, I'm going to do all these other things, eat extremely healthy, this, that, and the other, so that this is good, but also so that I feel good, so that I'm at my best. I'm able to think clearly. Like when I went to grad school 13 years ago, it was like, okay, I need to be able to think well. I also need to be able to recover from these running workouts. I was running 70 miles a week with the team, the college team I was coaching with, and just consistently like putting it down. I had 5 jobs in my third of the 4th semester of the 4 semesters total. I mean, it was really, I was going hard. And so it was easier than you might think, because of how I was approaching the long-term goals. Generally speaking, as much as I'm centering around trying to change your idea of exercise, I want you to think of the word exercise and working out, phrases of that such, differently, as just these little different vehicles. Really, so I'm taking a look at my notes. Yeah, like, really to support the life that you want to live. And I don't want to just sound too redundant. It's hard to sometimes really put into words, because there are a lot of layers. But kind of, I guess, circling back to my story and closing that point out, I found that as I got past even the running performance side of things, it was not always just simply, I want to run faster. It's, I want a good life. And when I really realized what that was, my branding started to like take shape. I just wasn't making YouTube videos really. It was the reason why I paid off debt so quickly. There was all these things that were like hindering what could make me better, or allow me to pay money for certain things, and et cetera, et cetera. It kind of just keeps compounding. It's amazing once you can look back, hindsight's 2020, you can see several years of this type of stuff in play. And when you have this type of purpose, it beats motivation. It beats there we go. It beats your like day-to-day ups and downs. Like, just get the first mile in and all this stuff. And sometimes you're going to have seasons where you're just really struggling a lot. You're going through a lot of other stuff. You're stressed. That's fine. But when you have this long-term purpose, you'll always get it done. And this is a very short point, but that is something that goes back to my story and why people always were confused. A lot of people are always confused. How do you still do this in your 30s, still training hard and still like running fast and trying to do these things when I wasn't like a pro or being paid for it and stuff? It's because I had a purpose, and purpose just absolutely trumps, do I want to go do this today and do this specific workout? Because those are very, very, very shallow waters in almost all cases. And the final thing I want to say is my whole coaching philosophy really surrounds us. All my personal training clients and most of my running clients, even if they're coming to me to qualify for Boston or something like that, it's like I try to give them the strength and power training and the stretching and the nutrition and stuff like that, so that they are becoming a more well-rounded athlete. And it's not just simply, here's what you do to get to this finish line faster. And so I hope that makes sense. The last thing I want to say is don't train for exercise. Exercise should train you for life. I hope you like this video. I'm going to have many more videos like this a couple times a month at least on these types of topics to remind you, to hit it home, and to help you live the best life that you possibly can. My name is Jeff Wilson. Please subscribe, like, and follow along for more.